Hi, Dr. Ali Mostafavi here. I just wanted to explain some information about the zone technique. And to be quite honest, a lot of people find me on Google. And once they find me on Google, typically they come in for just, neck pain or back pain or headaches or sciatica, the typical musculoskeletal stuff that patients come in for to a chiropractic office or a physical therapy office or even a medical doctor's office. Typically what happens is they get their treatment done, and after a while, people start showing improvement. I do have to say something about that. A patient that comes in who has, say, for example, back pain. It's not just the back pain that is the problem. The body, you have to look at it as a whole. If you don't look at it as a whole, it's not a body, right? That person has pain, they probably had a very stressful day for some reason, whether it's physical stress, emotional, or chemical stress, or a combination of those three. It'll affect the rest of the body. Now, some people show symptoms as back pain. They can call it that's the weakest point of the person's body. Or some people will show neck pain, or headaches, or knee pain, or ankle pain. Now, there may have been some type of physical trauma, but at the end of the day, some people just have pain without realizing what they did. And so that's why the zone technique is so powerful. Within 20 seconds, I get to see what's happening in the person's body. Again, 6 different systems. Number 1, glandular system, which is all your glands in your body. If that's imbalanced, it'll be tender in the back. Again, I go through 6 systems by touching 6 different spots in the back of the skull. They have nerves, nerve filaments that are connected to those symptoms and systems. Once I figure out what's going on, my job as the doctor of chiropractic, as a zone doctor, is to be able to balance it out. And patients realize it. For you who have been my patient, you know what I'm talking about. But what's important is to go through those 6 and figure out which one's the most primary or the one that's the most tender. As I look at you holistically, I get to see what's happening and I ask the right questions. Again, for those who have had experience in my clinic, you know what I'm talking about. Zone 2 is your eliminatory system. A lot of people who have had COVID symptoms, they've lost smell, sense of smell in the, in the nose or olfactory nerve. We've been able to help them. People who have constipation, we've been able to help them as well. People who've had skin issues. I saw a patient who had, lots of pimples on her face. She went to 2 different dermatologists, and the first one disagreed with the second one. The second one was a good dermatologist. However, when I saw her eliminatory system was off. And I actually saw a transformation on her face. Yes, that does happen. Liver enzymes or liver panels have balanced out with the zone technique. So outside of the musculoskeletal portion of things, there are other ways that once the body balances. Now, I'm not saying that I'm able to cure anybody or creates this wild remedy for patients. No, I balance the body, I look at their symptoms, and let the body do what it has to do naturally, as it has been for thousands of years before medicine. That's the beauty about the zone technique. Zone 3 is the nervous system. Anything that has to do with the nervous system. The brain sends electrical currents down the spine, creating what's called a magnetic field. If you study physics, in the physical world, when there's electricity, there's also a magnetic field. Our planet has a magnetic field around it. Okay? It's charged. Third is the digestive system. Digestive system helps obviously digest, assimilate, and eliminate food and get the energy out to be able to do that. I've had patients, as soon as I balance them, they start salivating. Their stomach starts growling and they tell me, "Doc, my energy's better. I went to the restroom. Things are balancing out." They notice that. Sometimes right away, other times it takes a little bit, maybe a couple of days, but they will notice it subtly or not so subtly. Number 5 is your muscular system. Like 95% of the reason why people go see chiropractors is the muscular system. Once they figure out that there's other systems involved, patients become fascinated and intrigued about, hey, you know what? Now that you asked me that question, I do have this problem too. I've had a patient who came in, I think for back pain. She's had allergies. She has a homeopathic mindset to begin with. But after I balanced her, and she was very, very allergic to many things. Once I balanced her, she released worms. Yes, worms. And she broke into hives. So that's the power of balancing the body. Number 6 is your circulatory system. Circulation is very important. Obviously, your heart has to be beating normally. It also has to do with the thyroid gland, which helps balance your metabolism. And after that, once that's balanced, people start noticing heat or warmth in their body or in their extremities, the hands and feet. Their digestion gets better. Maybe sometimes people's digestion isn't working, and suddenly they start noticing improvement in their digestion. Well, that's oxygen and nutrients that were rerouted because at that moment the patient needed something like that to be able to balance. I do have an example of that, of a digestive system, not circulatory, but it seemed like it might have been circulatory. I had a patient who had COVID, had surgery on his heart to repair a valve, and after the surgery and after he recovered from his COVID symptoms, and he was diabetic, suddenly got dizzy, had vertigo. You'd think that would be probably circulatory, maybe nervous system. It wasn't. It was actually the digestive system. The digestive system was off. And yes, he was diabetic. So once I balanced him, so for about a month, he went in and received care at the physical therapy, or a specialist for dizziness and vertigo therapy for that. Didn't work out. He said it actually aggravated the problem just a little bit. Never fixed the problem. He came in walking sideways. Within 3 to 5 minutes, I was able to figure out exactly what's happening by touching the back of the skull, figuring out what's going on inside of him. And it was the digestive system, balanced his body. He got up and he was looking around, checking to see if he's still balanced or if he's still dizzy. He was balanced. And then he jumped. To my surprise, this is an 84-year-old. If an 84-year-old can respond so quickly, anybody under 84 is going to respond quickly as well, even above 84. I'm just using this as just a reference point for age. So if you want to know more about the zone technique and what I do to help patients balance their body so they can live, function, and feel great, not temporarily. This is not a temporary thing. I know some doctors treat patients and then the next week they come back and say, you know what, it actually got worse, or I don't feel a difference. This is not what we do. We don't manage things here in my practice. We actually fix the problem. We correct it. We balance the body. We let nature take its course so you have a better quality of life. I've had patients who've taken medication and with their doctors, I don't have the authority to do this, but with their medical doctors, they were able to wean off. The idea is to get you off medication, getting your body balanced to do what it used to do before it was unbalanced and had all these symptoms. So if you have any questions, please make sure that you call us, set up a free consultation. I'm happy to speak to anybody who's interested, and I'll get you balanced. I'll figure out what I need to do for you. It's all natural, no drugs, no surgeries, no supplements. I mean, if you want to take supplements, that's great. If you believe in those things, that's great. It works perfect, like synergistically, just like we do with the medical doctors. And you'll notice a big difference, and the proof is in the pudding. We get results. The results are what people want. They want to come in and fix the cause of the problem, not just manage it, not just to sugarcoat it, or not to just cover the symptoms, So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please call us at 214-945-3911, and I will balance your body and get you relief on your starting on your first visit. Thank you for watching.